staying up on the couch until 2 a.m. on a Sunday and occasionally falling asleep during the second half. As an Arsenal fan, I can now proudly say that we are the champions of Europe. Having won the last two Champions League trophies, it was no doubt that Barca were the favourites to win this one as well. But my oh my, Lionesses, what have you done to this team? Coming in during a time where this team looked like a deer in headlights to now being declared as the champions of Europe, she's definitely turned them around. So, how did Arsenal win the Champions League against the defending champions? Now, before we move on, I want to say that I'm offering free match analysis to the first 5 footballers to respond to this. So if you have a full match and you want it analyzed, make sure you send me an email from the description box down below. On paper, Arsenal lined up in a 4-2-3-1 and Barcelona lined up in a 4-3-3. Now in defense, Arsenal used a 4-4-2 to keep Barcelona out. And if you want a full detailed breakdown of how Arsenal plays under Lionesses, then check out this video right here. Personally, I believe there are 2 reasons why Arsenal used the 4-4-2 in this game. First, because of how compact the 4-4-2 is. Barcelona are a ball-playing team, and their entire identity is based on the fact that they play the ball around their opponent before then creating a chance in attack. By playing a 4-4-2, Arsenal didn't really give Barcelona a chance to attack through the centre or exploit any space in the centre. Second, because Barcelona couldn't play through the centre, this meant that they had to go wide. And this was what Arsenal wanted. This then would allow the Arsenal players to send bodies into the wide areas to outnumber the Barcelona players so that they couldn't move forward to attack them. The 4-4-2 is a mid to low block formation. Teams normally use this formation so that they don't have to play a high press to win the ball back. Now, a while back, I made a video about how Man City beat Barcelona, and they did this with a high press. And if you want the detailed breakdown, then check it out here. But the idea was that if City pressed Barcelona really high, they wouldn't have any time on the ball. And if Barca didn't have any time on the ball, they wouldn't be able to play around the City players. But it seemed like that was the only way to beat Barcelona. Until now. But considering the weather in Lisbon that day, I guess Arsenal just didn't want to use the high press plan because they had to conserve energy. So they used a different plan. One that involved using a 4-4-2 formation so that they wouldn't have to press high to win the ball. But what it did allow them to do was to press in such a way that Barca had to play the ball backwards. And if Barca for some reason was able to play forward and attack them, then Arsenal would send bodies in to suffocate the player on the ball, and eventually someone would step in to win the ball back for Arsenal. Now, sending bodies in also meant that when Arsenal do win the ball, they have enough players surrounding the ball that they can easily play out of trouble. And their attacking plan was honestly quite simple. Don't play too many passes and attack as quickly as possible. Arsenal understood that trying to pass the ball around a team whose entire identity is based around breaking down their opponents by passing the ball around was only going to work against them. So they were willing to not be on the ball. They were willing to play football without the football, if that makes sense. And if you don't believe me, then believe the numbers. One look at the stats and you can see that Barcelona definitely had more of the ball. In attack, in possession, Barcelona dominated the numbers. But Arsenal came in with a plan. Quick turnarounds and counter-attacks. Take this attack for example. The ball is here with Katie McCabe. It only takes 3 passes for the ball to go from her to into the box. And here again, the ball is with Leah Williamson and it takes again 3 passes before Caitlin Ford is in behind the Barca defense. Arsenal knew coming into this game that they wouldn't be able to hold onto the ball for too long. And they said, you know what, we don't want to. We've got something else up our sleeve. If you're enjoying this, make sure to check out my free ebook in the description box down below. Now, to be fair, Barca didn't really do anything wrong in this game. They played the game that they always played, and they even created more chances than Arsenal. They played with the front 5 like they always do, and they also connected passes like they always do. But it turns out it just wasn't enough this time. Barca just did not have a plan B when Arsenal were nullifying them. They created chances, they broke the press like they normally would, they took their shots on goal, but it just did not click for them in this game. I guess this is the game where they say, may the best team win really applies. Because truly, both teams were absolutely amazing in this game, but eventually, the best team did win. Now, before I break down the goal, there is one thing that I do believe, above all, contributed to Arsenal's Champions League win. And that is, in this game, every Arsenal player played as a defender before an attacker. Kim Little defended, Alessia Russo defended, Emily Fox did her job, Katie McCabe, Mariona Caldente, Caitlin Ford. Every single player in red and white played a part in defending the Catalonians' attack. But at the heart of it all was Leah Williamson. I mean, just look at this, and one more, and this one. I mean, you get it at this point. She was on her front foot the entire game, and she made sure that Barcelona knew that she was there. She put on one of her best defensive performances in this game, and I would go as far as to say that this was one of the best defensive performances we have ever seen in a Champions League final. Now, for the goal. I honestly think this goal summarizes how Arsenal wanted to attack in the entire game. Arsenal receive a corner, and as the play goes on, Caldente receives the ball here and she holds it. She's not looking to rush the play, she's not looking to pass the ball around. Leah Williamson moves into the box and Beth Mead spots the space that she moves into. Caldente sees her in space and plays the pass. Now as the ball is traveling, Beth Mead makes one scan here. She takes a touch on the ball and picks her head up again and sees that Paralelo is charging at her, which means Blackstenius is free. She plays a reverse pass to Blackstenius, and with her first touch, Blackstenius takes the ball away from the defenders with her back foot and buries it into the far corner, giving Arsenal their first Champions League win in 18 years. After the season Arsenal has had, I truly believe they deserve this win. And as the celebrations go on with champagne bottles and ski glasses, it will be interesting to see what this Arsenal team can achieve in the next season.